Welcome from the Hood Rat Trap. Today we're going to talk about the financial sector. Money, where everything comes together, where all the sectors deposit their capital, where all the sectors deposit their currency, where we look after our precious metals, the gold, the silver, the platinum, sometimes the diamonds, sometimes the banks, the banks, the banks, the traders, the stock exchanges. If you think about it, the bond originators, the, um, the registered credit providers, everybody who gets to give you money. People who can ask for money, the people who take your deposits, even your local stock firm. That is part of the financial sector. It is huge, and it is, in my opinion, the easiest sector in which you can um, make use of the globalization. I feel as though it is the sector where globalization actually shines. Forex, stocks, that's globalization. That's literally what the globe is about. You can buy stocks from any exchange on the planet, from the comfort of your own home. There are many platforms like MetaTrader, where you can trade. You have brokers, international brokers. You can use a broker from Australia when you're in South Africa. You can use a South African broker when you're in Australia. You can use any currency. You can literally exchange your currency in an instance, in an instant, at a fraction of what it used to be, at a small, tiny spread. The Lord Jesus would have not been angry at these bankers because of how well they would do exchanging of the money for a very fair price. But if they were in front of the Lord's house, he would still have kicked them out. But what I'm saying is the system has really come a long way, and it is a very, very fair-ish system these days. But remember, never underestimate the other guy's greed. Wolf of Wall Street, that happened in the financial sector. Bernie Madoff made off with everyone's money in the financial sector. Ponzi schemes are part of the financial sector, but they're not legal. They're like the black market side. So black market does really impact this sector a lot. Most people who are in this sector are actually specialized or skilled. Um, this sector requires some skill. You personally, as an individual trying to leave that hood rat trap with your 15K, they deposit your income to the financial sector, and you find it from a financial services provider, which is your bank. And then you are then decide you are going to go to that service provider, maybe the same or someone else who can give you a good loan on your car, who can give you a good loan on your house. And then with what's left, or you buy food and pay fees. Your savings are covered by what? Your job, because you have retirement, your job. If you want to have savings, you have to have more money being made. Want to save money? Make more money. When you're making 20,000, 25,000, then you can really talk about real savings. When you're making 10K, that's base income. That's base income for a person who has a kid, a child. For as an individual, it's fine. You can maybe spend 8 to 10,000 on yourself for living. Can rent a place instead of buying a place. Renting has lower costs than buying a place, because loan is actually pretty expensive. But yeah, financial services providers will give you all of that stuff. And also, there's a people who do what I'm not doing here. It's called financial advisors. Those guys, they are part of the financial sector. So they will tell you, hey man, you have 10,000 rand this year saved up in your money. You put 1,000 away almost every month, and you haven't taken money out. How about we take your 10,000 and we put it in fixed deposit? Yay! Or we take your 10,000 and we buy this particular stock that they see as is best and they approve for you, and you pay them a portion to trade on your behalf because they have licensing to do such. You can all be happy and pay SARS a portion and dance around with more income. That is the crux of the financial sector. It's just money. Um, Paintings and art, generally these days are used as assets, financial sector. Cryptocurrency, financial sector, is just a different form and it's decentralized in most instances, even though there are instances in which it is actually a centralized form. For instance, this big crypto exchange that just fell. What is it called? Coinbase. Is it Coinbase? Yeah, I think it's Coinbase. I'm not 100% sure. The one with the bank guy, Bankman Fried. Sam Bankman Fried's company that is part of financial sector. So it can be a bit malicious. Hey, not saying that they have all the clearances and all that. It's just crypto. It's new. So it's the wild, wild west. Regulations haven't really caught up yet, but it's coming along. And in some cases, it's reasonable. In some cases, it defeats the purpose in which the people who want to use the product are using it for. So yeah, and some banks fail, some banks don't. Reserve banks, these big structures. I would love to talk about financial sector more and more, but that is the financial sector in general. That's what finance does. It moves money around and empowers venture capital and makes the machines go around that require a billion of the startup capital in order to start. We want to open a new factory. You go to the financial sector and they hook you up with the good stuff. The green. In my country, it's got colors, so it's like a rainbow because we're a rainbow nation, no homo. But actually, our constitution does allow for homo, even though I'm not a homo. I love women. So the rainbow, it's got like, we've got a pink note, which is like a 50 rand, got a blue note, which is like 100, you know? Woo! And we've got animals on it, and our former president, Nelson Mandela. Yeah. But I'm most psyched about the animals. I like the animals parts more than the political affiliation bits. I feel as though it really truly represents what our nation has to offer. Since we've got the fynbos reason in the Western Cape, we've got a lot of species that are native, what are endemic to us. So come check us out as a country in South Africa. But in order for you to do that, you need to run away from the hood rat trap. So let's find a way to get you out of the hood rat trap, get you saving, and maybe as you get older, you'll be able to travel across oceans even to see different places and countries. But don't think you are going to do it with 15,000 Rand income when you have only earned your 15,000 Rand income for 1 year. That is just the base. That is where you begin and work your way up. And don't get tricked by these women to spend all your money on things that make no sense, like a bottle of alcohol that costs 5,000. Guys, you're earning 15,000, spending 5,000 on one bottle of alcohol in a weekend. How are you gonna get to work? Petrol is money, bruh. Ah, this guy. Stay out of the hood rat trap. Go, leave the hood rat trap.